everyone, I'm Yan, your favorite friendly Frenchman, and welcome to this stream of the Wednesday, the 10th of June. How is everybody doing? Whew! Feels nice to be here, feels nice to be streaming again. Still got some sore throat issues, but we're gonna go through it regardless. I think it's because I've been doing streams like quite often. I've been speaking more often than I actually should, unfortunately, and also singing at times. Unfortunately, it's I can't help myself. I just have to sing at some point. Anyway, very glad to be back on stream. Let me greet you all. Hello Emil, hello Joppe, hello Happy Summer Wedding, and hello Hasna. Just witnessed Whiplash live at orchestra rehearsal. That is insane. Absolutely insane. Actually, I would really like to see that for myself. Okay, so let us see. Let me go back to my notes on my phone. There we go. Even though right now I kind of don't need my notes anymore. There we are. Okay, so we are in game. Lots to do this evening. You ready to witness peak? Sorry, not pick. Welcome to the stream, Fahrenheit. I have to show you something. Well, everyone, really. Oh, the yelling part of it. Oh, well, that's not great then. Woo! Sorry about that. It happens. So yes, we have a ton to do today. I've started the river rapids. Oh yeah, and I had something to show you guys. Now everyone that's donated, including you, Fahrenheit, you guys are in the park as camp counselors in the adventure trails queue now. This is basically what we started last stream on Wednesday. Hey Wicked Wood Gaming, welcome to the stream. And yeah, so now it's completely done. And I've also started to work on the rapids, because the rapids will kind of be the one thing that we'll have to build around with when it comes to the coaster and when it comes to the what's it called, the adventure trail as well. So so now I've got this part pretty much done. That way I could do a little bit of the coaster as well. And I feel like originally I was thinking, hey Grimdev, welcome to the stream. Originally I was thinking that I was gonna do the rapids completely and then do the coaster, and I decided that I would do them, or at least the parts that interact together completely simultaneously. Now, hey NH, welcome to the stream. Now that this is said, so the maintenance bay, all the mechanical bits are at the bottom here so that they can be accessed through the road. There will be a water treatment plant here so that the water can be injected into the layout and all that. Will not do anything like that today. Hey CACH, welcome to the stream. I believe your name is Chris, right? Finally able to catch another stream today. Yeah, really glad to have you along, man. It's been a while. What was I saying? Yes, that this bottom part here, basically the end of the ride, is completely done. And now what I've started today basically went really back and forth with what I wanted to do on this it's not really a turntable. What? Well, a moving platform essentially for for this whole rotating station. And yeah, I kind of tried to do multiple stuff. I kind of thrown away some hours of my life trying to do a classic bridge over that thing, and it just wasn't working with the station setup that we have in the game. So I'm having to do something that's kind of cheating, having the rotating platform go underneath all there. And yeah, it is what it is. I'm gonna just have to work with that, unfortunately. But I don't think it's that bad, honestly. I think it's actually all right. How was my pizza? My pizza was great. My pizza was great. I really like the place where I take my. You're feeling better after your cold? Well, I am feeling better. That's the weird thing, but I'm still coughing quite a lot. Basically, I feel like it's left something in my throat that's giving me a constant sore throat, and so the more I talk, the more I speak, the more I use my voice, essentially, in whatever way that may be. I definitely cough easily because of that. So yeah. Hey Tog, welcome to the stream. Hey 10 Pilots, welcome to the stream as well. Is anyone else getting Subnautica vibe from the music? This is the lo-fi remix of I actually don't remember the name of the Seagrass Meadows from Planet Zoo. The water rapids at my home park is kind of similar to that. It doesn't have a bridge, really, but it still has that that rotating station. That's very interesting. I would have liked to do the bridge, but unfortunately with the station setup, it's just not possible. And so essentially what I'm doing now is kind of using this station setup as an excuse to load the handicapped people, essentially. Hey Ghoster Chicken, welcome to the stream. So essentially you would have, them come in from here and then board from here. Instead of having them going all the way around, and yeah, it's really hard to make in Planet Coaster. I'm not gonna lie. It's I really, like, in hindsight, I kind of think that I should have had the station down there and then have the whole lift go there, but unfortunately everything was already built, and I don't think I would have had the room here for the station. So yeah, it is what it is. What's the plan for where the rapids and coaster is stacked into the station? What, right here? Essentially, rapids, there's a great example of that at Phantasialand, for example. Essentially, rapids are concrete. They're like concrete jungle, and so all of this will be like a themed concrete building. Well, a themed concrete building. Just don't imagine concrete, but imagine rocks. Essentially, what we're building is a canyon, and so this would be a cavern, essentially, that this first portion of the ride goes over. And so that's the idea. And the really tricky part is that we're gonna have to fit the exit here. We're gonna have to fit the accessible entrance to the ride here somewhere. And then we're gonna have to fit a whole queue line in only this space. So that's gonna be like real tricky. And I don't know whether I want to do the pathing this stream or whether I want to work on the station and the operator booth right here. So I think we shall start, and we'll see if I get bored of one. Maybe I'll do something else a little later in the stream. He cooked. Thank you. Hey Miss, welcome to the stream. Custom trains for the rapids are sick. Thank you. They're really inspired by what you can see at Kali River Rapids at Animal Kingdom. Really similar. They have those bags. They have those nets behind the seats, and they also have like names to each of them, and of course the number. It's very simple, but I think it works. Is there a blueprint for the accessibility elevator? I should make it a blueprint, that's true. But if you want to copy it, you can just go download Belleflore and just take it. I believe those ones at the entrance are, yeah, they're already here, and you can just extend them or shorten them as much as you want, or as little as you want. But yeah, essentially what I do is usually copy the ones that are over there and bring them over here. It looks amazing. Thank you, and welcome, People Tommy. People Tommy. That is hard for me to say as a Frenchman. Anyway, so how to work that in? I think originally what we all want to do is use the stamp builder to make some of that. Coaster in the background, yeah, this is just my a blueprint of Vekoma LIM that I done for Halloween that never saw the light of day, and I just placed it down so I could steal the supports that I done in October. Have you had trouble trying to beat Werewolf Gorge? I've not really tried to work on the coaster that much, if I'm honest. So far, I'm kind of just working on the rapids as much as I can, and I'll figure out the coaster, either if it's somewhere there where the coaster is really interacting with the rapids, then I'll figure it out on the spot. But if it's not, I'll just wait. So yeah. No worries, I will copy it. But yeah, the LIM in the background was called Franken Coaster. Was supposed to have a vibe like basically I've shown it already in a previous stream if you want to look for that. But essentially the idea was that you were putting some electricity into a train and like reanimating the train. It was really cool, and the whole train was had a light sequence and all that. That was really nice. By the way, the other day somebody asked me how to do pathing. The fact that you're doing this while you're ill is crazy. I'm not that ill. Although, if I were, I would still do it. Hello, you. Welcome to Geekism. And I'm gonna... There we go. I was about to say I'm gonna cough just because of that. Yeah, it's putting a strain on my voice just doing that. But that's fine. That's totally fine. Nice to see you, Jonty. Hey Liam, welcome to the stream. I'm doing all right, despite having still some issues with my my voice technically. This is why I may seem a little bit down in the dumps. I'm not really. I'm just trying to speak softer so that I don't cough when I do it. I'm just trying to speak softer so that I don't put too much strain on my voice. Essentially, I figured out that the least I talk, the better I recover. Unfortunately, for streams, I have to talk quite a decent amount. So yeah. But don't worry, ill or not, I'm still working. Like, while I was ill, the week that I was ill, like 2 weeks ago now. Wow, it was already 2 weeks ago. Can you imagine that it's been like 3 weeks since I've been back from the Netherlands. Sorry, Kind of crazy to think about. So here I want a bit of rock work, but I'm gonna have to copy those colors. There we go. Hey Marilyn, welcome to the stream. Missed the beginning of the stream, even though I had it open. Oh yeah. I really like the welcome screen. I had the rapids running and the train running as well, so I feel like there was a good dynamic. Did the Toverland vlog perform any better after the last stream? No, not at all. Maybe a tiny boost, but that's about it. The Toverland vlog really underperformed, unfortunately. It is what it is. I'm just hoping that the Wallaby vlog will work a little better, will perform a little better. Just because it has, you know, the classic formula, the classic title formula, like the best roller coasters or whatever, like clickbaity title and all that. Hopefully that'll work. We shall see. Sucks to hear that. I really enjoyed it though. So that adds to the silver lining for sure. Yeah. You know, performance only suck because it's because it's my job, you know. But ultimately, I'm still really happy with what I've done on this vlog series in general. So even if they, to be completely honest and with you all, I was expecting the Efteling vlog to do completely terribly. Like even Broccoli usually helps me analyze my stats, and yeah, we really didn't expect the Efteling vlog to work so well. Like it genuinely did work. It worked so well, in fact, that it outperformed the videos, the Belleflore episodes from earlier this year, which is just crazy to think about. Hey Ty Wheel, I just wanted to say that Belleflore looks so insane. Everything just fits in so well. Well, I'm trying my best. I'm always trying my best to give you guys the best experience possible. So I'm very glad that you enjoyed so much. But yeah, all that to say, it is what it is. Some videos will overperform, some videos will underperform. It's just the nature of YouTube, and at this point of dare I say my career at this point, I kind of learned to take it on the chin and move on. That's awesome to hear. Vlogs always do crap for the most of us. Yeah, honestly, like my past vlogs, like the best performing vlog has been, I believe, the Voltron opening day vlog, which is obvious, you know, it's kind of like a news vlog, so to speak. But having the Efteling vlog, I believe, you know, the clickbait, the best theme park in the Netherlands, really helped. But also it kind of is. So yeah. You missed the Skyfly. This thing, yeah. Oh, by the way, don't mention this. This is just for me to do the test with the second launch here. But then this coaster will go maybe all the way over here. So we shall see. We shall see. Hey Dan, not sure if I greeted you yet. Sorry. All right, so let's delete all of this as much as we can. There we go. All right, so here is going to be the hard stuff. We love how the station What GPU do I have? Honestly, I'm not even sure what a GPU is. This is how bad I am with all this. GPU is graphics, so I suppose it's the graphics card. I have an NVIDIA 5060. Did you hear how Sheep are removing their shoot-to-shoot? No, I did not. I don't really follow the parts that are not like within 3 to 4 hours to me, except if it's a park like Europa Park where I really like to follow what they do, because you know it's Europa Park. It's that good. That's my graphics card. Yeah, okay. There we go. Money. The 5060 is nice. Upgraded it already since the PC switchover. Cool. Really interesting to see how you use the pathing tool. I'm still learning how to work with it in Planko. Basically, the thing that I will always do with my pathing is use the stamps, especially the smaller square stamp, as much as I can, because the square stamp is like really easy to work with. If I don't use that, if I work with more complex shapes, let's say I have to do a curve, for example, I'll do, well, first of all, I'll completely remove length snap and all that. Maybe I'll have a, what's it called? A fence pattern. And so I'll just follow the fence like so, because you know, your fences are always straight anyway, so there you go. If it's not rounded, then it's gonna be okay. And then, if something doesn't work, I'm not afraid to edit the nodes, but it's really important that you only do the one node at a time. Hey, real life coasters, welcome to the stream. Like a launch coaster, indeed, yes. I mean, for more gaming channels, usually any non-gaming content, thanks. I'm happy to hear Yen's stuff is doing good. Well, it was the one vlog, John T, to be fair, so I'm not sure if that's a huge success, but that's definitely a success, so I'm not gonna spit on that, that's for sure. How's the rapid station coming along? A very difficult thing to do, honestly. It's as I was explaining earlier in the stream, I basically spent like 2 or 3 hours trying to do the bridge, you know, that goes over the rotating platform. Hey Remnant, welcome to the stream. And essentially I noticed that because of how big the platform was in the first place and how the station setup is in Planet Coaster, I decided to do only half of the rotating platform and have this bit here as if it was, you know, only here for the unloading of handicapped people. So So yeah. It was kind of an icon for me. At least I've been in my Fango moment for the first day. That was our perfect backwater coaster would be at Hershey Park. I don't know. I really don't follow the American, well, especially the more amusement parks of America. Like I'm not really following all that. I usually just follow the theme parks over there, and that's about it. Looking cool. Thank you. I see a perfect fit for this park. Yeah. And something interesting is that with the Vekoma LIM, we're kind of doing a jump forward in time because it's not supposed to be here until 2023 after the Mexican area has been built. So yeah, it's kind of interesting to have that. Anyway, I feel like we should work on this before we do anything else. But how should I? I have been to Portaventura, Joshua, yes, and I'm going back this year to visit my father, essentially, for his birthday. Basically, I think I've said it in the previous stream, but my dad moved to Spain earlier this year, and yeah, I need to visit him at some point, and I decided that waiting for his birthday was a good idea. So yeah, I'm gonna be visiting my dad, and we'll be going to Portaventura. What do you ask, by the way? 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. Actually, you know what? Let's have this here and measure the distance between the ground and the path, which is about 11 meters. Good to know. Are you doing any competitions soon? I'm thinking of maybe competing in one. Not well. It depends on whether I reach 10K. Essentially, the next competition is tied to the 10K subs. So yeah, get me to 10K, and we'll be talking about a competition for sure. All right, so we have 11. Let's see. Let me get my calculator, because I suck at that. So I need a 275. So that's 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's a bit steep, isn't it? What if I do times 2? That's 5.5. Well, does Shambhala fit in your recording, in your coaster ranking? Sorry. Let me see. Granted, I haven't done a full ranking since 2024. It's number 17. We'll see if it stays that way after my trip this year. Right, how about this? You once said that if Vekoma LIM would have replaced a mine train in the park story, so will there be any hints, references to that, like old footers or or an old right sign. Yes, yes, of course. And part of that, I've said that. Well, first of all, I'm really happy that you remember that. And this, for example, used to be the old station for the mine train, and it's now the second launch for our little. Well, not so little. It's gonna be pretty big. The Vekoma LIM. I should call it off-road trek because it's its name. Right. So paths. No, maybe not this. Length, angle. Right, and it's gonna be locked on 4, so that's fine. Yeah, that's definitely too steep. Up this place instead. That looks okay. Hopefully that'll work. Ew. Oh no, that's not great. Great. That's basically what I wanted to do initially. Boom. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. I like that. Something I have to remember is that I need to keep in mind that I need a station at some point. The views from the woody from the station are going to be fire. Well, to be fair, I've worked on the tree line here to make sure that we can see the woody from the camp. So so I guess that works great. Oh, by the way, 10 pilots. There you are. 10 pilots sync with your little share code. I don't know if you're still in the streaming, but yeah, there you go. This is a blueprint from 10 pilots. If you want to use the blueprint, there's the share code. There you go. You can press pause if you need to. All right. Something that I could do is yeah, we could have the exit basically go here. Yeah, I think it would work. I think it would work. Sneak peek in the second launch. There's nothing really interesting, honestly. I don't think it's very useful to do that. Boom. What did I say? That's like it's 275, right? Yeah, 275. Hey, okie dokie, nice to see you. Welcome to the stream. So yeah, 75, there we go. And can I have a reminder of what the other themes are coming? Yeah, for sure. So obviously there's this one that I'm doing right now, which is this sort of summer campy Americana. But you see, I did not plan this well enough. That is not good. We'll figure it out in a second. So yeah, summer campy, national park kind of vibe here. Mexican area after that, both with a Mayan temple and a Mexican village, hotel here, and then medieval, Arthurian area really. That's gonna be themed around Merlin and the Black Knight. But not like the Black Knight from the Monty Python. That would be ridiculous, wouldn't it? Go. Oh, there it is. Boom. Oh. Come on. There we go. Okay. And there's gonna be the tricky parts. Hey Barbarino, it's been a while indeed. Nice to see you though. Right, yeah, I need to place that first. So essentially a big see you Dog, thanks for joining the stream. Hey .NET, yes I can. I do this. I remember. You guys have to remember that I play this game like 10 hours a day. when I'm not doing anything else. What was I saying? Can't remember. It's okay. Oh, is that Joshua? I think it is. Yeah, Joshua, thank you so much for the 5 Great Britain pound. For the 5 pounds, I should have said. I don't know why I said. It's just because of the GB, you know. I really want to say it like that. Purely because this skill requires payment. Thank you so much. Let me add you in a second to the Game Counselor board. So yeah, I remember what I wanted to say. A little tip for those of you who might be struggling with pathing. Essentially, having a piece where your path will land really helps with aiming, essentially, especially for that kind of thing. For example, you go all the way down here. Now it is a little bit janky, I'm not gonna lie. Huh. I was not supposed to go like that. There we go. I think this is better. Yeah, that's perfect. Right, so let me add Joshua to there. Thanks again, Joshua, for the donation. Very, very generous of you. There we go. Let me just move the board slightly so I can edit that really easily. There we go. Should have done that first. Joshua Galipo. By the way, I seem to remember that you're not actually French, even though you have a very French name. So how do you say your name in whatever language you're speaking? Because I've always been saying Galipo because you've been like literally one of my first channel supporters. But sorry about that. But yeah, maybe you say it completely differently. Why is the stream ridiculously quiet on my end? I literally have no idea. Perhaps because your browser sound is down? Question mark? Okay, that's pretty good. My surname is French Canadian, so yep, you're pronouncing it better than I have actually. My laptop and TV are at max volume, and I cannot understand what you're saying. I literally have no idea. Like, does anybody have such a problem so that I may do like mix? You know, if it's not just .NET, then I can do something for you guys. But like, if it's only .NET, like, screw .NET. But if you guys are really having some sound issues, then yes, I should do something. And you should also tell me. Right, I have to... do this. Wow, it behaves very weirdly, that thing. No sound issues. Yeah. I figured there isn't, because usually nobody tells me anything, but for some reason .NET seems to be having some issues. Right, so here is gonna be quite tricky because we have to line it up with the path over it. Which is never going to be perfect. This one seems okay-ish. To be fair, I may be quieter than usual just because I'm trying to avoid wrecking my voice. Maybe another possibility. It's not the first time that you are the only one to have audio issues, so if anything, I guess it's your it's on your side and not on anyone else's. There we go. Right, so now there we go. It's not very aligned, is it? But do we care? I don't know. So will this all be in a rock cavern or man-made building? This right here will probably be just concrete. So quite unthemed, but the facade will be rocks. Like right here, you can imagine having rocks and all that. Where was I? Yes. Boom. Like this. Okay. We see the layout of the mine train. There is no mine train, no. Hey Guy, welcome to the stream. Trying to have it over here. Well, actually, I don't remember who said that it should be bigger, but I think it's a good idea. So let's make it a little wider. Right here. Oh, it's not a mine train. It's something else. But no, you cannot see the layout of the mine train. Of the coaster at the very least. You know, I keep those things for the episode. Besides, it's not done at all, so wouldn't be much of a point. Hey Nick, welcome to the stream. Yeah, I'm just curious, what do you think of Hansepark in Germany in terms of theming? I think it's decent, honestly. I think it's a very good example of what more than decent, actually. I've never been, so I cannot have a very objective opinion on it. But from what I know, yeah, it's doing a great job at doing theming. So I guess it's great on that front. I don't really have an opinion, so I can't really participate in that debate. But yeah, from what I know, at the very least, it's a very well-themed park. Essentially, recently, the what's it called? What's the name of the coaster? Cornwall coaster. Yeah, is looking fab. So yeah, I really like what they did with that that new project for 2026. Can't wait for the June 18th DLC announcement. Yeah, me neither, honestly. Can't wait to figure out what is inside that that new content drop as well. I'm honestly kind of worried that it might just be parades, but we shall see. I'm sure it won't be. There's at least a theme, right? Like there were themed pieces in the teaser the other day. What are you expecting in the best case? I think I'm expecting what everything else is expecting. Just to, of course, have the main feature that is the parades. Because it seems like they've teased the new in the series feature, and that's definitely it. Which is gonna be paid DLC, that much we know. But on top of that, I would love, well, the theme, of course, that's another given, I feel like. I hope the theme will be really, really good, because, or, well, at least I hope that it's gonna be a crowd pleaser, is what I'm hoping for the theme. Because Toy Box, it feels like it had mixed reception as a theme, you know? So I really hope that this new theme is gonna be a win for Frontiers book, because they definitely need one. And on top of that, let's say the usual amount of rides. Like what I'm really worried about is whether they're going to use sorry about that. Use the excuse that there's a first in the series feature to remove our usual amount of rides, which I would be really disappointed if that's what they chose to do. Like, you know, 2 to 3 coasters and a couple flat rides would be nice. Not necessarily just coasters, by the way, but track rides and all that. We shall see, of course. Something like that. Having some flatter looking rocks to disguise this. And you have to remember that it's okay if it looks a little bad. This was made in the 2000s. Well, in 2000, so it's kind of made to show its age. Even though pieces of theming were likely added with the retheme of the area in 2023. you know, like something like this. Like you still see the concrete, but your eye is drawn to the cavern here. Yeah, before I begin the project, what do you think of my idea of building Legoland Billund, including the hotels and campsite, basically building a part of the city of Billund? Honestly, I'm not that much into recreation, so I'm not the right person to say that, to say anything about that. But if it is something that you're interested in doing, yeah, go for it. Looks like I should move that ever so slightly here. Oh. You know what I need? I need concrete walls. It's rough. S. There we go. The ads are so damn loud compared to your stream. So it's not my stream that is quiet. It's the ads that are loud. It's the world that is loud. There we go. Now we know. How do you find your inspiration for theming storyline of rides? It's always my biggest problem. Well, it may be like very... It may feel very weird, but I don't look for them. They kind of come to me on their own as I watch media, as I watch, I don't know, vlogs of places that I have been to or would like to go to, or, you know, maybe it'll be something in the streets that I'm inspired by, and so I'll snap a picture and keep it in my notes. Basically, the big thing that I really recommend you guys do is doing a note file, a file for your projects, big or small, of course. But what I want you guys to understand is that what you're seeing today, for example, what we're building today together on stream, the rapids. The rapids is something I've been planning for a year. Same with the LIM. You know, like, all of this is really, like, planned in advance. Other video games, furnitures. I don't know about furnitures, but sure. And animations series, always great inspiration as well. Well, basically any kind of art, really. Like, just being curious about the world around you, trying to safeguard it every time something inspires you. That's basically how I work. my brain essentially never shuts up. And if I see something that's really inspiring to me, I'll just save it. Planning is so key when it comes to huge projects like this. Well, that's the thing. You would think so, but I had basically planning for me comes down to broad strokes of what I do. Like there's no like I'm gonna make this size. Crap! I pressed escape. I'm gonna make this size. It's gonna go there in the park, like precisely. Like no, it's usually like a handful of words that will be interpreted differently depending on when I read them. For example, a very good example at that. This used there instead of this coaster, there used to be an old Vekoma mine train that was there in the park for 23 years. Well, let's say 20 years actually, and I knew that this coaster was going to replace it. So from that standpoint, I was like, how can I tell that story? And I was like, yeah, let's use this place that used to be the station for the mine train, and use it as the second launch. Sorry, I need to blow my nose for a second. Took a quick sip of water while I was at it. What's your favorite ride from Belleflore at the moment? Honestly, it's kind of the ones that I haven't built yet. I always use this this excuse, but yeah, it's kind of true. I really like Le Contrôle Temps, the dark ride though. Just because it's really, really immersive. But I feel like once I'm done with this area, it might be the Vekoma LIM and the rapids. So yeah. Interesting. Okay, so you plan through story and lore. Yeah, basically, yeah. When you think about it, it's not actually like planning. It's more like storytelling, like writing down the story and what goes when in the story. Like this park story is being told throughout through the editions of the park. And in fact, if you go and download Belleflore right now, if you look at the main rides, for example, let's take Bucking Bronco because it's right next door. You will have the opening date, opening month and opening year on the ride description board here, which was April 2015. And so it's telling you the story that this area was redone in April 2015, for example. Whereas the dark ride, this one was made in 2025 as part of the retheme here. But if you look at the Tier of Force, this is the first coaster in the park because it was made in June 1997. So if you think about the fact that this was from June 1997 while going through the park yourself, and then you see this ride being from 2025, you can like fill in the blanks yourself, essentially. Yeah, and you could sprinkle some footers through the area where the mine train would have been. Yeah, for sure. Like it's actually planned. Well, planned. Again, like this is the idea that I had originally when thinking about that. So yeah, that will definitely happen. Like I really want to have a lot of remains from the Western era of Wild Water, because when you think about it, this whole area used to be Western, and in 2023. The last remaining bits of the Western theming have been completely removed from the park in favor of this summer camp thing. There we go. Where do I have number? Yeah. Okay. Have you now decided if you want to build a Vekoma LSM or lose your sanity again by making a custom supported RMC? I'll definitely make a Vekoma LSM for sure. For two reasons. One of them is obviously the fact that I really don't want to lose any more time that I've already lost on this park. Like I've proven myself that I could do custom wooden supports once already, and I felt like it would be overkill to do it again. And on top of that, I really want to conclude the Vekoma arc of Belleflore, because our only remaining, our four remaining coasters are oh, I just yeah, that's gonna be weird. That's okay. We can figure that out a little bit later. What was I saying? Yeah, Vekoma. The remaining coasters that we will see added to the park are only Vekomas. Like you have the Vekoma LIM, the Vekoma STC, the Boomerang, the family Boomerang, I should say, and the Vekoma LSM. And I feel like the Vekoma LSM is like the final stone in the Vekoma arc, in the sense that it started in 2019. Well, a little earlier than that, in 2017, let's say. They started planning the Mexican area, and maybe even earlier, and went with the first STC. Maybe even 2018. I can't remember when the first STC is. It's basically the same ballpark as that. And since then, they've they've got a big, a great working relationship with Vekoma, essentially, in my headcanon at the very least. It's also a bit of a love letter to my Dutch audience, because I have a ton of Dutch people following the channel and being incredibly lovely. So it's my way of basically thanking them for being so supportive and so loyal to the channel. First STC opened in 2020. Oh, did it? Okay, well. Remember that we're rewriting history with Belleflore. And like this is the first Vekoma LIM to open in Belleflore's universe. And then you have not the first boomerang, now that I think about it. The first STC and the first Mac Mega coaster as well. Like this technically predates Alpina Blitz and I think it's Storm at Etnaland, something like that. There is a hotel plan, Nick. Yeah. Well, look at that over there. And H99 is playing Planet Coaster too. That's good to know. I can see what you're doing on Steam. Hey, Coaster Engineer, welcome to the stream. So many prototypes. Well, not that many when you think about it. Like, there's this one. Well, 3 for a single park is a lot, I suppose, now that I think about it. Oh, you're Dutch. I thought you were German because you're doing a German-looking park. I didn't know that, Coaster Engineer. But yeah, with all the lovely Dutch people that have that have given the channel some love. For example, Broccoli, This Blows, like all those people. Due to the stream, you're on my next video. For some reason, OBS recorded stream on top of Blanco. 4 coasters or not? I'm not sure what you mean, Nicholas, but welcome to the stream. Ah, you live close to the German border. Yeah, that explains a lot. Huh. Interestingly, wait. Looks like this is similar. This angle is similar to the one we have on the lift hill. Huh. the park has more than that. The park has the woody. It's got this, so that's 2, 3, 4, 5, and if you count the LIM, it's got 6. By the end of the series, it'll have 9. I'll interpret your Max and Gerstlauer as a love letter to your German audience. In my opinion, my love letter to the German audience was Alpenstadt, actually. But yeah, definitely. I definitely feel closest to my Dutch and German audience for some reason. Like, I feel like there is a ton of love from those two communities in particular, and I'm extremely grateful for that. By the way, I feel like I'm really lucky to have such a dedicated audience in those two countries specifically, because I feel like they're really genuine people. Favorite ride, not coaster, in Planet Coaster 2? Among the ones I've made, or among the models that we have in the game? More rides than Comtasso Park had, just in coasters. Yeah, yeah, that's true. I think I'm eyeball measured it when I was talking to Myth the other day, and I was like, yeah, essentially, Belleflore can fit like 3 Comtasso parks or something crazy like that, which is just like kind of crazy. I think Europeans in general are just more genuine, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know about that, because I being a French, I must say the French are not necessarily... I feel like the reason why I get a lot of Dutch and German people is because you guys are the best English speakers. So yeah, there's that, I guess. Hey Max! Hello from France! Nice to have someone from Tennessee in the chat. Every ride. Oof. Well, I guess my favorite ride has to be the same one I had in Planet Coaster 1. It's gonna be really difficult for Frontier to ever make a ride that beats that, but in my opinion, my favorite ride was and still is the shooting ride. I really have a massive love for the shooting ride in general, and yeah, I feel like it's extremely special. Wasn't there supposed to be a Mac family spinner too in the medieval area? If you look at the episode at episode 5, essentially, this is what episode 5 indeed says. Since then, I've changed this last area very substantially, and now it's got a shooting ride. Well, speaking of shooting rides, it's got a shooting ride instead of a max spinning, launch spinning coaster. I've basically reserved the launched spinning coaster for Camtasia World because I feel like it's gonna fit better in a sorcery themed area. Hey Banan, welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. MG, those rafts look so cool. Thank you so much, Nick. As I said earlier in the stream, it's really inspired by the one at Animal Kingdom, Cali River Rapids, I think it's called. Bees Shooting Rides Rock, Beast Bloom Blast version 2 when... You know, I actually almost did that when they... Well, this is what I would have done if they had given us a head start with the shooting rides for the anniversary update. Unfortunately, they did not. And so instead I waited for the toy box pack to do Toy Box Mania, which I would say is my favorite shooting ride that I've ever done among the 3 that I've done. 3 that I've done? 3.5, I would say, because of the dead guard. Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. There we go. Whew. That was big sneeze. Toy Box Mania is one of my favorite Blanco creations ever. I actually still play it every now and then. Yeah, me too, actually. Like sometimes when I don't want to build, I just launch Toy Box Mania and just play it real quick. It's very easy as well because it's like right here. Right. So didn't realize how hard it was gonna be to do that staircase realistically. That's me with Sub-Explore. I must admit, I like Sub-Explorer. I feel like it's great because it's given you guys a little taste of what I could do on PC, and now that I have a PC, I feel like I'm not using the PC enough. Like I feel like I've said that I would do better things than that, and now I kind of don't do it. Ooh, that's very dark. But I swear I have a better version of wait, I'm stupid. A better version of Sub Explorer plan for Camtasia World. By the way, speaking of Camtasia, Camtasia is 1 year old. How crazy is that? It's turned 1 this week. Like on Monday, I think it was. With the camp counselors, are you planning on adding anything similar in the Mexican area or Camarfin? I already know what I will do in the Mexican area. So far I have no idea what I will do that's kind of similar in Camarfin. But I will definitely try to add something of the sort. Just because it's really nice to have a goal, like a donation goal that's kind of tangible and that you guys can help me work towards. And that way you guys can get your names in the park as a thank you and all that. So yeah, big thank you to all of you who donate, by the way. Go. Oh, that's gonna be one of my weirdest exits. I gotta say. Hey Jordan, welcome to the stream. Oof, gotta blow my nose again. There we go. What theme will the hotel have if it has one? It does have one. It will be part of the Mexican area, and the hotel will be called La Hacienda. So yeah. I hope it's not just gonna be a blank corridor. Well, I have bad news for you. I'm definitely gonna add some themed stuff, but I definitely want to keep it like very, very blank, like very, very, very poorly themed and all that. I feel like it would be the funniest thing ever. Because in real life it would be exactly like that. Oh well. No, because I'm gonna have the rock work here, so that's okay. Exactly like the exit corridor for the Smiler. Kind of, even though this has an excuse of being the first like very highly themed addition to Belleflore. So maybe at the time in 2000 they went like way over budget. Honestly, at first I didn't even like my original plan was to do like a straight down stairway that would go like directly over here, but I feel like it wouldn't work as well as it did in my head. So I feel like this is a better compromise. I guess I'll just have to add like, I don't know, some mine-themed pieces, I guess. I don't know. I'm just gonna have to find some cool things to add. Hey, that's perfect. Look at that. Lines up perfectly. Just want to check if I can get like 50 centimeters. Yeah, that works. Okay. Progress, people, progress. Alright, so... Whoa, that was a weird lighting glitch. I'm just gonna do a save, because we've done a lot of work already. Didn't save, there we go. Okay. And now I'm gonna leave you guys with a beautiful overhead shot of Belleflore and do a little bathroom break. So see you in a second. Well, in a minute. And there we go. Just a little stop by the toilet and we are back. Working my giant custom tree with your stream on the side. Help me focus on that build. Yeah, they really like long form content really help. I'm usually much more a music guy than a stream or video in the background kind of guy. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this. I get the point that it helps you focus. That's what I'm trying to say, I guess. Hey Jay, welcome to the stream. How do you plan the coaster station to be? I just know that the coaster station should sit right over here. I don't know if you can see my cursor, but like right here. I basically want to be able to see it from this place, like right here. Maybe like make this tree a little shorter like this. Essentially what I want is that advertisement to show a little bit of the canyon. Like I really want the canyon to go all here. But we'll see. I'll do as I usually do, which is improvise. What a 10 out of 10 view. Thank you. Best time to make dinner, I guess. Yeah, definitely. You should eat. All right. So we have this claustrophobic. It's not that great. Welcome back, Emil. Right, so this is gonna look like Radiator Springs. I don't know. I know a lot of people compared Wildwater Town to Radiator Springs, and there was a bit of inspiration from that area in Disney, but yeah, it's not like completely. It's just that because it's Americana, it's the most Americana thing that's well known throughout the world. So I guess people go straight for Radiator Springs. But when you look at this kind of architecture, I don't actually think about that. I actually kind of think of Wilderness Springs, funnily enough. But yeah, and once you enter here, you'll have the station building here, and the rafts going over the Grizzly Lodge, which is gonna make a nice view, I hope. I would really like to have some greenery here, just because we don't have a lot of greenery around here. So, what should I do? What should I do? What should I do? I guess I should remove these. I feel like those are not necessary. Yeah, they open up the view a little more. Lighting for sure. I'll definitely get to lighting at some point, but I want to get the shape of the staircase down before I do the lighting, because if I don't know the shape of it, and I think it's actually time to use my yen and tiny human. Like so, to measure that a little bit. What time are you planning on ending the stream yet? Because I need to go now, but I'll be back, so I want to know whether I'm gonna catch the end or not. I don't really have any time, as always. Like I just kind of do it whenever I feel like it. But I would really like to finish the staircase and its surroundings. So I guess, just guess that it might be another hour and a half, maybe 2 hours. What time is it? Yeah, that seems kind of reasonable. But yeah, those guys kind of look like you. Yeah, they kind of do. They kind of do. They have a bigger beard, though. And longer hair as well. See you, Joshua. Hey, Ian, I know I've been idling today and not saying much, but I am feeling so EP. So I'm leaving you to go to sleep soon. Thanks for keeping me company. Good night. Well, anytime, man. Anytime. Sleep well. The female guest looks like me. It's funny. Yeah, I tried to. I don't know if you've ever noticed, by the way, Miss, but there's an Easter egg. There's an employee of mine in Camtasso Park that has your name. And I've placed her in the spaceport. Have you considered a route for a parade in the park yet? This park will not have a parade. It's not a parade park. Really didn't look in those details. Thanks for the Easter egg. Yeah, I basically figured it would be a nice idea to do that there, just because our common project was a Cosmic Cow Rewind, and I figured that doing putting you in the Cosmic Cow thing was a good idea in the sense that, you know, this is where we would work together, essentially, I guess. So yeah, that was the idea behind this Easter egg. Not to mention, of course, your tavern in New Midgard. But it's not doing... here we go. Need to change that though, because it's got a bit of Z fighting, and I don't like Z fighting. We have some here as well. Yes, we do. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. But yeah, no parades in Belleflore. It's not the kind of park to have a parade. But there will be a parade, like, in Camtasia world for sure. Because Mikael fits my vibe as well. Oh yeah. Boing, 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 boing. You know what? No, I should do it with the individual piece. Not gonna lie, this place is giving like heavy backroom vibes. By the way, didn't they do a backroom movie that's coming out soon? Or no. Do you think we'll get any water park additions alongside the parade DLC we're getting at the end of the month? I don't think so, no. Hate to be that guy, but I don't think they'll do anything water park related in a while. Oh, look at that, it's not aligned. Yay! We love things that are not aligned. Been out for a few weeks now. Oh, really? I don't think it's out yet for France. For some reason. Oh well, we always get things in advance anyway, so I guess it's fine. Gotta blow my nose again, sorry. There we go. Got an ad at the exact moment you said that. I wonder if YouTube spies on what I do just to do that kind of crap. It'd be funny. Or kind of creepy now that I think about it. Especially when you think that it's an actual possibility that it's actually happening. Go. The staircase feels claustrophobic. Yeah, for sure. Sorry. See, that's the kind of crap that I meant when I said this was a big concrete building, essentially. Like rapids are essentially big concrete buildings. For example, the one at Fantasia, the River Quest at Fantasyland is exactly that. There we go. All right. So yeah, I have this now. It's my favorite building in the park. Oh, I think it's got to be the entrance. The entrance is the very first like big building that I did for Belleflore, and I think it's so good because it really gives a lot of well, basically it gives you the concept of the park, doesn't it? This is the point of an entrance in general, but this in particular like really invites you into the setting of the park, which I really like. Fun fact, none of you guys ever noticed that I used some of the entrance of some pieces from the entrance of Belleflore for the entrance of Contessa Park to save time. Nobody ever noticed that. But basically the archways are the exact same. And I find that very, very funny because it's like literally the exact same and nobody ever noticed. Yeah, that's okay. Yeah, it's okay. Toward that parking detail, I didn't even notice. Of course you didn't. Magic. Magic with... Yeah, I don't know where I was going with that. But yeah, magic. Oh yeah, context adds a ton to any build. Alright. Yeah, something like that. That's pretty good. Now, obviously, it looks really, really bad and really industrial because it doesn't have the greenery on that side. And it doesn't have the rock work, it doesn't have the queue line. The queue line is going to be such a nightmare to figure out, now that I think about it. Not looking forward to it one bit. Trying to figure out how to work on this. Like work the fencing in. A sword, perhaps? I feel like what's really interesting about those streams is how different things look. Ah. Well, that's not great, is it? How am I going to do it? I know. There we go. There we go. What was I saying? Yeah, I like how those streams basically give you the behind the scenes of the episodes. Hello, call me Gio if it's hard to say my name. It's okay. Welcome to the stream, by the way. And Fahrenheit, thank you so much for the $9.99 US. You got this, Yan. We believe in you. Thank you. Thank you so much. And welcome to the stream, Nitro. I definitely got this, yes. It's definitely a weird build. Hey, welcome back, Joshua. You love how the concrete. Wait, hold on. Do I already have you, Fahrenheit? I think I do. Yes, I do. Yeah. You're one of the first who donated to be a camp counselor, so yeah. Just wanted to make sure. By the way, I'm Italian. Yeah, I could tell, Gio. I could tell. Yeah, I can see the vision. Could see the online discords in universe when people saw build progress where it was just the concrete shell of the rapids. Well, no, because at the time internet was only young. You have to remember that this was built in 2000. So no online discourse at all. And that's why I'm allowing myself to make something a little uglier. Like, I feel like it's unfortunately part of the charm. But yeah, usually when you look at the construction of such things, especially Phantasialand, for example, like the areas at Phantasialand, if you look at the construction photos, videos, or whatever, if you can, because they're pretty rare, it's very fascinating to see how ugly and concretey everything looks initially, until they start theming the things. And you know, it's usually a company called Universal Rocks. Nothing to do with the big theme parks and all that. It's actually a French company, I believe. And they come in and they basically I can't remember how it's called in English. Oh, it's cast concrete. Is it the way it's called? I feel like that's what it's called. But Universal also rocks, yes, for sure. Yeah, when I was watching the construction on Alpen Fury, the entrance to the tunnel was just concrete until the rocks were installed and painted to match the mountain. Yeah, there you go. bigger pieces now. Does that work? Seems like it does, yeah. Great. Kind of feels like defusing a bomb, honestly, like trying not to have it stick out the other end. Any hopes with the old mascot coming back with parades, you think? I don't think so, no. But if they did, I would be pleasantly surprised for sure. But I doubt it. And I hope not, because that would make my my work for Contessa World far harder. Go for this piece. Oh no, that one. Yeah. That's great. Hopefully it doesn't stick out too much, and it kind of does, but I think we can fix that like so. Yeah, okay. There we go. Already looks much better, I think. Oh, big stretch. $10.43. Okay, like another one of these. Actually, maybe slightly angled that way. Hopefully it doesn't stick through the... No, perfect. Got a drink real quick. I think I'm gonna do the exterior of the build, and then I'm gonna call it a stream. You know, do a little bit of foliage, like I said I would. But I don't think I really want to do the interior today. Let's change the music actually. Let's have some clair-obscur. Let's have this. I think a few dry bush on that rock work would work. Now, gonna need bigger rocks too. Hide this if I can. That is. This is sticking out slightly. There we go, not anymore. Circus the Chicken, thank you for tuning in. Chat's gone very quiet. I hope I hope you guys haven't fallen asleep. Might try Expedition 33 this summer. There we go. That's what we like to hear. Well, read. And hear as well, depending on who, on if you're able to. Just playing Paralyzed on the other monitor. Is there a thing has too many rocks? Well. In the case of a theme park, not really. It's all about, you know, cast concrete and all that. So it's actually meant to look like one main body of rocks rather than multiple rocks. In our case, somewhat of a canyon, even though it's not much of a canyon yet. Got into the zone building this kit. What do you think of Piraten in Batavia at Europa Park? Literally my favorite ride at Europa Park. Even though Voltron is my #1 coaster, I still like Piraten in Batavia far more. It is that good. But then again, I'm a dark ride guy. But yeah, I absolutely love that thing. I'm really gonna have to theme the crap out of this staircase and tunnel. Hey, Valid. I don't think you... I think there's a typo in there. So I'm not saying that. Hey, Mr. Bandit. Welcome to the stream. Nice to see you. You're not late. A wizard arrives precisely when he means to. Since you're a wizard, of course. Oh, a raccoon wizard. That would be a crazy character idea. Oh, speaking of raccoons, my 10th raft is called Raccoon. Like every single one has a different animal that you can find in that part of the world, essentially. Well, you know what they say about great minds. I'm just all over water rides these days, apparently, for sure. I'm guessing you're saying that because of minerals, right? But minerals rapids ride was like 2 or 3 months ago by now. It's kind of crazy. Feels like it was yesterday. I feel like something like this would be nice. One thing, did you make a POV of this ride? No, definitely not. Not yet. Ride's not done. I'm not gonna make a POV of a ride that's not done. That would be very, very questionable. Yeah, that's okay. Maybe slightly more open so I can fit some more. Right there. Does that work? Yeah. JPTV finished his water right about the same time as Mineral as well. Oh yeah! Didn't know that. Hey Yorin, welcome to the stream. Happy to catch a bit of the stream still. How's it going? It's going well. We're doing a very well, camouflaging a very ugly staircase into a canyon bit. Basically, we're working around the station of the river rapids for Belleflore, and it's a bit of a struggle. I'm not gonna lie. It's a long one. It's probably gonna take as long, if not longer, than the wooden coaster. Probably much longer. Honestly, I'm honestly just struggling with the station. Like I spent a good amount of time this afternoon just trying to figure out what to do with this circular well, rotating platform essentially. And at first I had the classic, you know, bridge and going over the platform and all that. But then I realized that that wouldn't be possible because of the station for the rapids. So, well, it's not that it's actually complicated. It's actually quite simple once you look at it. In real life, that is. But in Planet Coaster, doing circular stations is kind of like impossible, really, with the station setup and all that. So yeah, I kind of regret not doing the station at the bottom of the lift and then having it start with the lift. I think, if I'm not mistaken, the what's it called, the Cali River Rapids at Disney's Animal Kingdom do that, if I'm not mistaken. I may be totally mistaken, by the way. But I know it's kind of a common thing that does exist. and yeah, all that to say, I now have to own my mistakes, own my choices, and so yeah, that's where we are. Right, put a little bit of dirt. There we go. I seem to remember the ones at Busch Gardens Temple did the same thing, but I could be wrong. The rapids in No Name Yet Landia did it too, but that's not real. Yeah, true. I mean, in general, we do what we can, right? We're doing our bests. There we go. I would also like... do I have one around here? Yep. One of those annoying little craps. Yeah, that works. Maybe... let's see... some of this. I'll dang this and awful hitbox. But I have to be careful because it might go into the inside here. Yeah, okay, it's okay. There we go. So random question, what's the one good thing that surprised you about playing on when you moved to a PC, and the one thing you miss were disappointed by? The one thing that surprised me is that I use well, let me show you firsthand. When you advance move on console, those axes, like the double axes, are really annoying, and I still find them somewhat annoying when they line up on the wrong one, and so you choose the wrong one and you have to redo it again. But I use this one a lot instead of, you know, moving it freely like this. Because when you... Let me take my controller real quick. When you do it on console, you have to shift, you know, between all 6 different types of axes with the LB and RB, essentially. So that was annoying, and for the longest time we were saying that we didn't need those later 3. We only needed X, Y, and Z, and that was about it. Which was true. It's much easier on a controller to do that. So I guess the one thing that I'm surprised about is this. One thing I missed though. I feel like I was... I don't know. Maybe that's something that I am disappointed by or that I miss, but something that I'm losing is piece efficiency. I still have that part of my brain sort of active, but I definitely use it less than I used to, which I don't know if it is a good thing or a bad thing. I guess it is kind of a good thing when you think about it, in terms of you know, having to do the ability to do better projects, well, bigger, more ambitious projects, which is something that I really enjoy, and ultimately that's why I wanted to move to PC in the first place. But yeah, I miss the ability to really be piece efficient. I feel like nowadays I'm kind of less into piece efficiency. No, not that side. There we go. Hey, Grimdev, thank you so much for the 5 Canadian dollars. Sure hope nothing goes wrong in this camp. Anyways, I'll have to get some dinner. I think everything will go right in this camp. Do I already have you? I don't! Great! Let me add you to the board. We have a new camp counselor. It's Grimdev. What's your full gamer tag? 2004, okay. There we go. Dev 2004. There you go. And let's invite the board. There we go. Another new chem counselor. Thank you so much, Grimdev. Right, so we have a little bit of greenery on this side, which is great. I feel like it looks nice. Now I want some here. Can I put an Aleppo pine tree here? Or is that too... I feel like it would have looked nice if I didn't have those two already here. What about a ponderosa? Yeah, I feel like that works well. I feel like a ponderosa on that side and a Scots, like a tiny Scots pine on that side. With a small one, like so. Slightly that way, angled. Yeah. Yeah, that really camouflages the ugly parts. I feel like this, putting some greenery into very unnatural builds immediately elevate them. And to add to that, a yellow creosote bush. Just to attract the eye. Over here. Something here. Boom. Okay, yeah. Look at that. Looks completely transformed to me. And you can imagine seeing the rafts passing by as well. Which is very, very good. Piece efficiency is a good one, even though I've never played on console. The sheer time it takes to make custom roofs and stuff, just it has to be worth it for me to even begin to do it. Yeah, I must admit, I'm still not into the custom roof stuff. I feel like that's kind of out of my league. Like I feel like I'm below those guys. Like this is like the superior kind of creators that do that. Like, well, for example, saying that, like Mineral, for example. Mineral does that. Welcome to the stream, Mineral. Nice to see you. Feels like I summoned you here. Well, you know what? It's only 11:09. I was really worried that my mic wasn't working here because I couldn't hear my feedback anymore. There we go. What have I done now? Nothing, nothing. What have I done? I've summoned you. I feel like I might be tempted to actually finish the build. So let's actually work towards that goal. Do something like this. Nah, I don't know. Let's not do this. Huh. So, the big question is, what kind of light fixture do I want to use? First of all, I think I want to copy these. But see, for example, this is something that I would not have done on console ever. Like those custom lampposts. Like there's only, well, quote unquote, only 17 pieces each. But, you know, in my mind, I know they quickly add up. So I'm very, very conscious of that. Every single time I place one, and it's like, boom. 34 pieces. So yeah, I'm still very, very conscious of all this. Rapids are looking cool. Thank you so much, Min. Yeah, adding some greenery around here really, really works. Okay, well, I was worried about that, but honestly, it looks pretty alright. Now, the real hard thing is going to be doing the inside. I feel like we should start with the big tunnel that leads to the there we go. Yeah, look at that. You basically wouldn't know that there's a big concrete staircase here. Can we get a view of the layout? Yeah, real quick if you want. There's not much to the layout yet. Like there's only all of that essentially. I've started with the lower section here, and did the final drop just because I knew that I wanted the entrance bridge to lead under there. Also, there's this little interactive feature here. Whoops, sorry about that. I right-clicked, but like there's this little interactive feature here. There we go. And there's also a trigger over there that when the rafts pass by, this also activates. But you can also activate it manually. And then you have lockers here. Then after the splash here, so you go near the exploding barrel. You have the storage area for the rafts here, just so you can imagine the ones that wouldn't be in use be stored all throughout this pond here, which is basically another section of the lake. Like the lake has been diverted, or it was existing. I don't know. I haven't really planned this lore-wise, but you can imagine that the lake really goes through that body of water anyway, to that body of water. Sorry. And then there is the little maintenance shack for the rafts, which can be offloaded at the back here. And of course, here you have some platforms that can be lowered so that the maintenance people can easily get all the way up to the station, and here to at the bottom of the layout essentially. And the main body of the layout will be all around here. Same thing with the coaster. Like the coaster so far, the only thing that is final is basically all of this. So yeah, not much yet, but I'm waiting to basically do the station queue line and all this to continue the layout. So it's gonna be a long process. If you don't mind me asking, what's the story or idea of the rapids? Camp gone wrong, or not gone wrong, but it's like it's essentially all of the all of the main attractions, not necessarily rides, but attractions that you can do in the summer camp are activities that you can do in the camp, organized by the camp today. So, for example, over there, there's the rafting throughout Wildwater Canyon, which obviously you can see is something where you go in the rafts to go down the canyon river. Then you have the Grizzly Adventure Trail, which is basically going to be a trek, a trail through the canyon, which really interacts with the rapids and the coaster. And then you have Off-Road Trek, which is a fast-paced coaster aboard a jeep, which is going off-road, as you can imagine. And so yeah, it's basically very, very wild. I guess we can show it to you running. So don't mind this. This is only temporary to test the second launch and the parts of the layout that are final. Boom, outer banked, over the lockers, into the cavern, under the first part of the layout, and then it goes back back near the station. The station should be around here essentially by the end of the project. So yeah, probably the biggest project that I've ever done on Belleflore so far. Alright, so before we end the stream, let's do all of this. Let's copy the color of the beams. Beam. No, wooden. There we go. Should be here. Okay. Let's have them 150. Like the idea of it all together, telling the story of the camp. Yeah, me too. It's definitely unique. Like, I've never seen something like that, but that's also why I wanted to do it. Feels a bit too fast. What, the coaster? It's only 2 kilometers per hour faster than Big Bear Mountain. I think it feels fast because it whizzes. I cannot say that word. No, it goes fast past some scenery. See you, miss. Thank you so much for staying around for so long. Yeah, what's the big day about? Tell us if you're still here. By the way, where do you live? I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm just gonna tell you that I live in France, but that's about it. Don't want to be doxxed. What's up with that? Oh, is that? Yeah, that's the texture glitch with that piece. Oh, that's so annoying. I mean, you can barely see it, so that's okay. Oh, when do you live? Oh. When do you stream, essentially, you're saying? Usually I stream on Wednesday evenings and Saturday evenings. Except if I can't for some reason, which is possible. It happened in the past. Helping my best friend with installing our art jury in a museum. We have till next Thursday to get everything right. You'll get things right, I'm sure. Oops. Not sure about that, not gonna lie. Yeah, I guess that works. Feels too fast for its own track. The RL coaster cannot go under 0G's airtime. It's fine, it's a video game. Yes, it is Expedition 33 music, yeah. It's part of my stream playlists. Sometimes towards the end of the streams, I usually like to have a little bit of that to close things. Ooh, sorry for the flashbang, folks. And now we're in Baldur's Gate. Part of your national service, for sure. No, not necessarily. Funnily enough, it actually convinced a few people to actually play the game while I was on stream before, so yeah. Kind of happy about that. I feel like I need those decals as well. Yep. Excellent, I need to finish it. Wait, so you started it and you didn't finish it? Why is that? To finish my second Baldur's Gate 3 playthrough. Man, this music hits so good. For sure. Yeah. Oh, we could use decals. Yeah, decals are good. I suck at finishing things. Never finished BG free. You never finished BG free. What do you mean? E33 Jedi Survivor. The only game I've finished in a while is Hollow Knight. Okay, yeah. I'm actually quite shocked that you've never finished BG3. I thought that you, out of all people, being a big TTRPG player, would have finished Baldur's Gate, honestly. Yeah, Baldur's Gate does take a long time, yeah. But you know, the game, it's 2.5 years old, so you know. My wife finished it and she's not even a gamer. Who did she romance? I'm getting bandits. Still don't have the pro version of DaVinci. That doesn't work. I feel like I spam. No, this side looks fine. Like so, yeah. It's been a while, to be fair, since I've played Baldur's Gate 3. I finished 2 playthroughs. But yeah. Haven't played in a long, long time. Thanks, Bandit. Loved having you along, mate. Take care. It was definitely fun to talk about all this stuff. Thing like this. I played through it. Sorry, in one went over this year, then started a second playthrough last year. It moves to the way through Act 1. Yeah, it's pretty decent. I mean, to be fair, Act 1 is really the funnest. Funnest. Yeah, funnest, I guess. The most fun, essentially, is what I'm saying. So I get you. You're going to put water slide steps in your elevator to make it seem it actually works? Or the elevators just there to give the impression? Oh, I get what you mean. No, they're only here for the impression, yeah. No, and it would not look good at all. Like this one, granted, is pretty hidden by the whole building. But if you have this one, for example, it's pretty impossible to have a water slide platform linked to it so that you can teleport all the way upstairs. Yeah, I agree. It's definitely a fun idea. I definitely had not thought of that. There we go. And one more here. One thing I think you know, I know there. I'm sorry, Gio, but I really don't understand what you're saying. This. Maybe we need one more here. There will indeed be Planet Zoo 2, yes. That's a bit too big. No. That's... No, I already have one on the other side. Maybe here. Yeah, that's good. That's pretty good. Okay. How often do you use the gas barrier? Almost never, honestly. It's very, very rare. I've only used it here for this and the lockers, but otherwise I try not to use it at all. I think the only other time that I used it in this park was here, in this pillar. Otherwise I really don't use it at all. I'd rather... I would rather use, you know, manipulate my paths, my pathing in general, to make guests avoid stuff. Good example is right here. For example, this. Well, I need to delete quite a few stuff, but here you can see like they can only go through the entrance here, essentially, so that they don't go through that that window or that one. So yeah, all that to say, I really don't like using the guest barrier, because usually it will really kind of ruin actually the the guest flow. Think of the guest flow as how can I put it? As a fluid simulation, essentially. So for example, here, because I have barriers here, they will all flow through here, which might be a bad idea, because it might clash with the entrance that might be over here. So we shall see. See you, Ozna. Thank you so much for tuning in. And get better soon. Night night. That's a bit too big. Almond. 10. No, almond. Definitely almond. You have room to enlarge that plaza a bit if it clashes, I think. Yeah, but I'm also very conscious of the fact that I have to get the queue line all the way over there, which is about, if I remember correctly from the measurements I did earlier, it's like 11 meters, which is like a big amount of height. Maybe something like this, which is absolutely not centered, I think. It's not that bad. You know there is a new Planet Zoo. I know there is a new Planet Zoo, yes. That's true, you need space to go up. Yep, definitely. Hey, Hendrik, nice to see you. And what theme do you enjoy to build? Do you enjoy the most to build in, and why? Honestly, regardless of the theme, I think it usually comes down to the story and the concept. Maybe the in-universe story of why the ride exists, like in the sense of why the ride has been built, or why what's the story of the narrative of the ride. Like, if that's compelling to me, any theme is fair game. Oh yeah, I like that. Yeah, that has a nice vibe. And we need one of these. Sorry for the flashbang. There we go. Gotta take a quick sip of water. Music stopped. There we go. Alright, so do we need decals on the very tippity top? You know what? Let's just walk through it and see. I think maybe not, but maybe add some visual interest, and I think I know how to do it. I don't know about that. Maybe the other side. Yeah, that works. You just need to be careful because then it becomes the actual staircase. So I need to lower. Ah, yeah, but then this split from building. There we go. And now I need to find the light again. Lower it. Sorry for the flashbang once again. There we go. Yeah, that looks great. I like that. Like this definitely gives some good mineshaft vibes, which I'm really into. I'm really glad that I was able to avoid having it be too concretey, if that makes any sense. Yeah, that works well. I like that. How many flashbangs do we need? I don't know. You tell me. Oh. This wall doesn't go down enough. There we go. You know what, I actually kind of feel like having a different path texture might be a good idea. Sandstone? No. Sandstone is like too Mexican. What if we go full asphalt? don't know. Welcome back, Grim Dev. Or what if I use the exact same color as the walls? It doesn't work like that. Closer. That's pretty good. Oh yeah. Oh yes. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Perfect. Alright. Another flashbang. There you go. More flashbangs. Ask for it, you got it. I mean, it's stupid, but I really, really enjoy color matching. Yeah, look at this. I mean, it's a shame that the lower, the side of the steps are kind of still gray. But otherwise, I think it works really, really well. It's definitely real good fun. I think I really, really enjoy doing the color matching in general on my projects. I feel like this is a good place for a bin. Yeah. When you get it right, it's so good. Exactly! You know what I mean, right? Yeah, this is really good. What time is it? Hey. We've passed the 3-hour mark. Pretty good. Maybe one of these. Right here? Question mark? Maybe not. Maybe one of these here. Oops. Well, that's what I was talking about earlier, the using the wrong double axis thing. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, it's working pretty well. Like that very much. No music, because this is the end of the playlist. Let's go for some classic Planet Coaster one. There we go. Right, so we want to get this style across for the rest. Which is gonna be tricky because the space is very, very small. But tricky doesn't mean that it's not doable. Oops. Wanted to advance duplicate, not advance move it. Okay, looks like it works. Yeah, I was about to say I totally missed it. It's a bit high. Especially compared to the other one. Maybe. Maybe it works actually. Yeah, it's not that bad. Now I think the ones downstairs were... Oh yeah, but I'm gonna have that problem now. You know what? I think this might be future Yan's problem. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop right here. I'm getting a bit tired. There we go. Well, I think we've done quite a decent job today. Quite a productive stream once again. Especially with all this. Nice staircase. Done some good progress. Yeah, I'm really, really happy with this. Alright, I'm just gonna do a saving here, just for future me. There we go. And there we go. Yeah. Well, guys, I think this is going to be it for the stream. We've been streaming for about 3 hours and 25 minutes at this point. Really happy with this stream. I wasn't expecting to do as much, honestly, but we did quite a lot. We did quite a lot, and I'm really happy that you chose to spend your evening with me once again. So yeah, thank you all so much for watching. If you can leave me a like on the stream. That would help for sure. And if you're not subscribed yet, I mean, if you're here chatting, you're likely subscribed, because I activate subscriber mode nowadays for the chat. But yeah, anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I love you all very much. Have a good evening for all my Europeans, and yeah, see you all on Saturday for another stream. Bye.